Hi everyone, in this video I would like to go over the way I see the trend structure in the Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP and other coins that I'm following. So we have a very good breakout from a very constructive base formation in Bitcoin yesterday. So right now, as I see things, that is very important for price to be able to start closing above this 112 resistance level. And if we'll see it going forward, and this is my main scenario right now, then I'll be expecting the price to be moving into this 116, 118th, 119th resistance zone that might potentially create local downside pressure, and price will be trying to retest this area of current resistance that becomes the support going forward. So afterwards, a more important resistance will be around this 120, 124 level. That also might potentially create a downside pressure for several days or maybe a week. And then I would love to see an ultimate extension to 125, 126, and even 130 level that is aligning well from the trend structure since November 2022 bottom. So either once we see that unfolding, if the price is able to reach this 130, 125, 130 level, that potentially could mark the top of the whole this upside trend since November 2022 bottom, or more immediately bullish scenario that we had already the top here in January 25, and the second wave of correction has already ended. So we already inside a larger wave 3 that can take us up to sky high, basically. So, but what I want to focus right now is that reaching these levels might either create a long-term top for multi-month or even year period, or a more immediate top for only the leg 1 inside the larger wave 3. So it could be something like this. If we just draw the line over here, then we'll make a higher low and go from there. But this higher low could be also a multi-week scenario. But price will not be closing below June and July and June lows. So this is the trend I'm following right now. So I want this low, yesterday lows, to hold for the structure to remain valid. But as long as price basically is holding above this rising EMAs, I consider the path of least resistance to be to the upside. So if we look at Ethereum also is in a very good breakout from the base formation. We have the next level I'm watching closely is basically 2,950, 3,000. That might create some kind of additional downside pressure. This also coincides with this trend line connecting important local midterm lows. So I would love the price actually to be reaching ideally this 3,300 level, 3,500 level. That might coincide with Bitcoin reaching 125 in coming weeks. That might create a top for this upside structure, and will push the price into the corrective phase to build a more reliable base for further upside. I want to show you a macro picture that I'm tracking with that. So I think this bottom is very important in terms of the macro structure, and ideally we'll see price pushing towards 6,000 and even ideally up to the 10,000 level in this multi-year round that might emerge. This ascending wedge formation is just my hypothesis that I was drawing back in the days when price was here, but it might be not relevant as for now. But definitely, I'm expecting a more prolonged consolidation once price will be able to reach mentioned 3,300, 3,500 level. What I wanted also to share with you is my Solana trend structure I'm seeing. So also very constructive inside bar formation and breakout yesterday. So expecting price to hold this July and June lows and basically keep this upside momentum going forward, reaching this May highs around 195 and then moving to 200 level, consolidating more and with final upside to 200, 300, 230 or even even going up to these all-time highs, because the whole structure is also looking very bullish, because this is basically a large cup and handle formation, and price is about to go to, let me draw it right here on this macro level. So we most probably will go here, consolidate around here, then move to 380 level, go into more prolonged consolidation with the next upside into this 500 resistance zone. So this is the path I'm following for Solana. I cannot fully rule out the possibility for more downside, but I'm not seeing it right now in Bitcoin and Ethereum. So this is just keeping it as an alternative scenario. This structure, macro speaking, looks very, very bullish for basically if price will proceed the way we've discussing today. I'm not expecting to see these lows in multi-year, in a decade even. So looks very bullish. And price needs to hold yesterday lows ideally. Once we breach this 167 level, that right now acts as resistance, just local resistance, coinciding with this June local highs. Price might go into some kind of consolidation over there, but once price moves above it, this line is a borderline for the whole structure to remain stable going forward, and it will be acting as a support. XRP, amazing momentum, one of the leading momentum from yesterday's breakouts, holding these gains today also. I want to first address the issue of I'm seeing on this monthly basis 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months of the same, out of 8 months of consolidation, 7 months with the same closing level. This is insanely bullish. I actually have not been seeing that kind of formation ever in anywhere in the asset classes. So basically what we have right now, even 2-3 weeks of tight closing, weeks is enough. Now we're speaking about the months. So it's a massive accumulation happening around prior all-time high levels. So great chart, great looking chart. If we look on the weekly perspective, I think we might be we have a decent odds favoring upside continuation on the weekly basis, basically moving us into this 5/7.5 macro resistance levels in coming months. So it's amazingly constructive in terms of the trend structure, in terms of the price and volume structure, and the same with other charts. I want the price to retest this May highs coinciding with 260 resistance level. Once price is able to go over it, basically we'll have it something like this, like this. And once we cross there, this area becomes a very important support that shall be holding as long as price is advancing higher. And once we cross it, next level of resistance become this 100 extension level and 236 extension level that also will might potentially that are organically coinciding with January highs and will potentially create some kind of downside pressure. But once we do that, this level becomes the support. So watching closely how price will react from this level. If it is not able to go over it, then we might have some kind of additional downside into more going deeper into macro support. But I'm not expecting it as for now as my main scenario because of the way Bitcoin and Ethereum and other majors are looking. I want to also share with you one of the leading names I'm following very closely is Hyperliquid. It has a great structure, and I think we are free right now to expect price that price has already started the next advanced phase that might potentially double in terms of absolute values and percentage values right now. So price, I'm expecting a price to be heading ideally to 60-72 macro resistance levels as for now. So as long as price is respecting these July lows, this is my base case scenario where that price is going into this first of all 47.50 resistance zone, consolidating there and make some kind of blow off top FRE like move into ultimate resistance in 60.72. Thank you very much. I will be trying to do these videos on a more regular basis. I'm posting a lot daily in the Mind section. So thank you for your attention and have a good end of the week.